What's up, y'all? Back live with it. Back live, man. They ain't even. Y'all was live earlier. They ain't even save it, y'all. I'm mad, y'all. I'm super mad. That's my second time I went live. And they ain't even saved, man. Like, come on, man. They done. So, it's all good, though. What's up with y'all, man? What's up with y'all? Yeah, man. Cool, little chill little day. It was raining and shit, so I said, come in the house with it today. But yeah, though, we chilling, man. We chilling. Since I done did the same topic 2 times. My live still ain't saved, so it's all good. But yeah, we still talking about Donald Trump. You know what I mean? Dr. Umar. You feel me? All of the shenanigans he got going on. You know what I mean? Talking about the school about to get shut down. They about to take the school from him. They got it's I'm like, yo, well the donation money when they say he owed some vacant property fees or something. So I'm like, yeah, Dr. Umar, he didn't scan that money. Excuse me. Yo done scan that money. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Dr. Umar tweeting. He bad. Hopefully the motherfucker Uncle Sam don't come get his ass. But yeah, we got that Dr. Umar, you know what I mean? Dan they about to leave the school, the building. So we'll see what he talking about with that. And then we got Trump, we just seen he just deployed the National Guard, got people in an uproar, you feel me? So we're gonna speak on that. I don't really see too many other topics. Yeah, that might be it. We can speak on this Gilly. I've been saying this Gilly and Cam Newton. I was saying that like a couple weeks ago. I ain't never really speak on it. I don't know why Gilly and Cam, and I really don't. I gotta see how I started. That's what I really gotta see how I started. You feel me? Yeah, so I gotta see. I gotta see. How that started. So yeah, we got a couple topics to talk about today. We're gonna get into it and make sure y'all like, subscribe. You know what I mean? We on our way to 250 subscribers. We on our way. You feel me? So we're gonna keep this ball rolling, man. Keep the momentum going. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said, I had some vlogs, so y'all mad I lost my camera, man. I don't look like I'm gonna find it. I know somebody probably got me for my camera, man, on a plane. American Airlines, they talking about they ain't see nothing. That's because somebody took that motherfucker. I know they did, yo. So, but yeah, it's all good. So, I'm gonna just have to, you feel me, put that on the back end of the vlog. I went to St. Martin. I think I've been told y'all a couple times. Just came back from St. Martin we went back for about, what's the day? Wednesday. So we been back for about, we came back last week. Yeah, we came back last week. We've been back for a week now. Came back last Monday. Yeah, last week, Monday. So we've been back for about a week now, a couple days. Back to reality, you know how I feel, when you come back from our vacation, man. Then you be motherfucking, you be like, you don't even want to go back to work. But it's all good. You know what I mean? Make your life a vacation. You know what I mean? That way it make your work do what you love. That way it don't even become work. It just become fun. You know what I mean? That's why it's hard to do, you know what I mean? But you gotta continue with what your dream is. You feel what I'm saying? That way, even if you is working for somebody else, whatever, you love what you're doing. So it's not really work. Because when you love what you're doing, it's not considered work. It's really considered having fun. You know what I mean? Or it's not like, oh my God, I go in here and, you know what I mean, this job. When you get up and you doing something, it's like, you doing what you want. So yeah, I will say that's definitely the way to go, man. It's the way to go. But it's all good. So yeah, we gonna touch on these topics. Should have got my other phone over. I could have see how I got on Instagram, see if something popped up. But yeah, we got Dr. Umar. We gonna see what he talking about with this motherfucking school, man. Talking about they about to take the building from him because he owes some vacant fees or something. So yeah, we gonna see. Dr. Umar losing everything, pocket watchers reacts. Yeah, it seems like he losing everything, don't he? They got me live, okay. Yeah, all right, man. Everybody on Dr. Umar Hills. Dr. Umar, hey. Yeah, man. Dr. Umar X. Shavane Stone's ass it all out. God damn, with Tasha K? Yeah. This guy lit it all that say Umar Johnson owes 38,000. Let me show y'all. My phone about to die too, so I need a motherfucker. I gotta get my charger, yo. Let's see how I'm gonna do this. Say Umar Johnson owes 38,000 FBG bills, but he'd rather have a party than having business. This guy, Lennon Honor. They say this guy been on his heels. Lennon Honor. They say drops bombs on Umar Johnson. Bad. So we gonna see. I know this him talking. This Umar Johnson words for himself. Let me see. This Umar Johnson. I think this is like a little page that be following him.
FDMG Academy bank accounts are still frozen. Dr. Umar personal bank account is still frozen. Brothers and sisters, we are fighting this war against FDMG and Dr. Umar Ifatunde. We were supposed to get a refund within 4 days of our accounts being shut down. We were supposed to get a refund within 4 days of our accounts being shut down. We still haven't got our refund. We still haven't got our refund. We still haven't got our refund. So, not only are the accounts frozen, make sure y'all hit my Venmo and my PayPal. PayPal.me/Umar the Psychologist.
Man, still getting the PayPal.
PayPal.me/Umar the Psychologist, or tap my Venmo. Text me for the links to donate to FDMG. Text me for the links to support Dr. Umar. 215-989-9858. 215-9899 for B Campus. For unpaid vacant property registration on August the 5th, brothers and sisters. On August the 5th, the city of Wilmington, Delaware, took out a notice to auction off the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy campus for unpaid vacant property registration fees. I repeat, on August the 5th, the city of Wilmington, Delaware, took out a lien to auction off the campus we bought, the campus we've been working on for 6.5 years. I was not notified of this. We were not notified of this. This past weekend, without an email, this past weekend, without a letter in the mail, this past weekend, without a phone call, the city of Wilmington put a notice on the door handle of both of our schools, informing me that if we don't pay the past due vacant property registration fees and outstanding utilities by the 25th of Black August, they will sell our campus.
Damn.
Brothers and sisters, can I ask you a question?
God damn. Yeah, I will say one thing: you can't be fucking around with the back taxes and back fees and type shit that he got going on. Come on, Dr. Umar, you supposed to be on that, man. Supposed to be on that. I ain't gonna lie, ain't no excuses for that one. I'm sorry, you supposed to be on that shit once you bought the building. You know what I mean? You already supposed to know how everything going. Then you supposed to be have your accountant, or if you too busy, have you a manager or property manager, whatever. You know what I mean? Shit. You know, we supposed to be getting up that backed up in no motherfucking taxes or whatever. What do you say? Taxes or what do you say? Vacant fees or some shit. That bitch did look vacant though. I ain't gonna lie to you. You got to board it up and all that. Like, come on, Dr. Boy, you gotta remove the boards out the window. He painted it a little something, got the sign up, but man, I ain't. It's crazy. I rolled up whatchamacallit a couple times on my way riding back or shoot up there too, cause I rolled up PA and rolled up New York a couple times and New Jersey a couple times. And I know we usually drive through Delaware for real. Shit, I definitely be driving through Delaware coming back because I don't be taking the toll. I don't be with that. I cut through Delaware, so I don't gotta take the toll. But shit, I will ride past that bitch one day, yo. I ain't gonna lie to you. If I'm going that way and I can remember, I ride past. Let me see how this motherfucker look. Yeah, me. I don't know the address to it, but I'm pretty sure it's online. Just Google it. It's probably on Reddit somewhere like that, or somebody didn't probably put the address out. I know somebody know where it's at. You know what I mean? But I seen how he be going there and going live and shit. That bitch still got boards and look all boarded up and all that. Like, come on, Dr. Umar. You know what I mean? You gotta do better than that, man. Shit, I roll past. I think that motherfucker vacant too, boarded up and ain't got no windows and none of that. Supposed to have all that done. I ain't gonna lie, it don't take that long for no school, man. I'm sorry. I know you probably, you know what I mean, they probably he procrastinated the bullshit around. They got pictures of him and I mean videos of him in the casino and all that. That's why he tried with the FDMG money. Dr. Umar, Dr. Umar is officially a fucking public figure. Like he not no revolutionary, he not no black activist. Dr. Umar ass is a motherfucking YouTuber or what you would call him, like a Charleston White and all them motherfuckers. Like I guess what we call them, public figures or I don't know YouTube. I don't know. I guess not public figures, but something like that. Basically, content creator. Dr. Umar is a content creator. Yeah, man, like he ain't no motherfucking activist no more, man. They gave that up. That shit start asking for these donations and shit. Like Dr. Umar asking for donations for a minute, man. His ass saying he ain't built nothing yet. Talking all that. He been building, but bro, don't take that long to build. I ain't gonna lie to you, but and I still like the word Dr. Umar. You know, I like the way the words he put out. I like the how he bad y'all. How he articulate, you feel what I'm saying? You know how he put the black culture first and how he speak black love and black positivity and you know what I mean? He speak the positive word, especially, when it comes to like, the threat that black agenda that and the black people face, you feel what I'm saying? So towards for the government and white people, racism, all that, because there's definitely still racism and all that shit going on. That shit ain't stopped. So I do agree with him with some of the shit he say. I do. I agree with by about I say about 70%, 65%, 70% of what Dr. Umar say. We do need to get it together as a black race. You feel what I'm saying? So and I feel like we do need to unite more as far as United States Africans and Africans from the continent. We need to build a bridge. You know what I mean? We do, because we'd be unstoppable because we got the money over here. You know what I mean? Like the black people, we the richest black race on the face of the continent. Like black Americans, we make the most money. We got the highest, salaries and make the most money and probably live the lavish out of all races, out of all black races from other countries. Especially Africa. Shit. You know what I mean? And I ain't saying all Africa poor, because it's some middle class black people in Africa doing pretty good. I'm pretty sure of it. But I think it's more black people doing well in America than it is global. And of course, because it's more black people in Africa than it is in America. We only make up 13% of the race, 14, I think like 16%. You know what I mean? It's 350 million people in America, 350, something like that. It might be 360 some shit now. We only like 40 million, 30 million. So we ain't even like 1/4. Shit. Like I say, we less than 1/4. We less than 20%. Maybe like 15%, 16% of the population. So yeah, it's more, and you got more token you know, black people over here as far as the you know, the rappers and actors and all that type of shit. And even content creators. It's a lot of black content creators making money in America. A whole lot. Whole lot. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I'm here with what Dr. Umar got to say again about his school getting took more. Dr. Umar, man,
Why
with that
were
money.
we not notified that they were going to try to sell our campus?
Finally got somebody on here.
Why are they trying to sell our campus at the very moment that our accounts are frozen? Brothers and sisters, is it a coincidence?
Like and subscribe to the channel.
Is it a coincidence?
Like, subscribe.
Is it a coincidence that the city of Wilmington is trying to sell properties that we own and have been working on continuously behind our backs? They were going to sell our schools behind our backs. They didn't even tell us that they were going to try to sell our schools. We received no notice in the mail. We received no notice by email. We received no phone calls at all that they were going to try to sell our schools. Instead, they put a notice on the door handle. Somebody stole one set of notifications and sent it to the YouTubian struggle streamers. Somebody stole the Frederick Douglass High School paperwork off the front door and sent it to the struggle streamers. But luckily for us, Sister Ra Ebony was able to get the paperwork off the Marcus Garvey School before the haters stole that paperwork. I believe, brothers and sisters, and please let me know your opinion. I believe, brothers and sisters, and please let me know your opinion. I believe, brothers and sisters, and please let me know your opinion. I believe that they were going to sell the school, and they wanted to sell the school before we found out. I believe that they wanted to sell the school before we found out. We were not supposed to know that they were going to sell our school. Why do I say that? We were given no notification. We received no letter in the mail. We received no email. We received no phone call that they were going to try to sell our schools. Instead, they put a notice on the door. In a low-income neighborhood, they put a notice on the door with rubber band and masking tape. They put a notice on the school front door with a rubber band and masking tape. Brothers and sisters, it gets worse. Back in April, when I found out about the overdue vacant property registration fees, I had asked the city of Wilmington if they could retroactively apply our nonprofit waiver. According to the nonprofit waiver for the city of Wilmington, if you are a nonprofit organization, they will waive your vacant property registration fees for 4 years. If you are a nonprofit organization in the city of Wilmington, they will waive your nonprofit vacant property registration fees for 4 years. If they would have applied our nonprofit vacant property registration waiver, we would owe absolute.
And that's what I was saying too. I said that on the live earlier before they chipped my shit. How the hell that why the hell he ain't run no non-profit or no, you feel what I'm saying? Like community center or something. If you know you couldn't get the school open, Dr. Umar, you supposed to have that building for something, man. You weren't supposed to let them take that building. You feel what I'm saying? You supposed to be on it. You know what I mean? You supposed to be going down to the state building or whatever they got in Delaware. Yeah, man, going down there to the tax people, going down there to the what else they got? The board of directories, all that going to the you supposed to, and I'm pretty sure, I ain't saying he didn't, but you Dr. Umar, you in school psychology, you got your PhD, man. You supposed to been on that, and he really was supposed to be on it even more because let him tell it, and I ain't saying he lying, but they already giving you a hard time anyway. They already trying to find any way to not give it to you or sabotage you or whatever. So you already supposed to be on that, Dr. Umar, man. Come on, man. Ain't no excuses. I ain't gonna lie to you. He supposed to had that motherfucking school open, yo, or had something, that was, you feel what I'm saying, equivalent, you know what I mean? A fucking, like I said, community center, a rec center, something for the kids, you feel what I'm saying? But come on, Dr. Umar, man, you dropped the ball on this one. And if they ready to take the building, at least could, if you ain't going to build now, at least could have kept the building, you feel what I'm saying? Hey, y'all got the building. Hey, I need some help. You know what I mean? We gonna do something. You got some events, so you know what I mean? I can host your parties. You know what I mean? But he probably couldn't do none of that because he ain't even got his fucking certificate of occupancy and all that even. And that building probably still a motherfucking vape, man. Look like a vape inside. He supposed to have he supposed to at least have it renovated by now. At least. Yo, they you get these, you know what I mean? The essay, my Latino brothers, and even the black brothers too. Man, they had that motherfucker a school. Like, I live next to a school. You feel what I'm saying? And I seen the school, the elementary school I graduated from when I was a kid, they rebuilt it probably about, it been probably almost about 6 years now, about 7 years, since like 2018. They probably been open 2018, somewhere around there. Yo, it took them, and this was a whole school, like way bigger than Dr. Umar shit. You know what I mean? Well, I don't know how big Dr. Umar building is, but the school I was is big. It wasn't a big school, but it was, it was an elementary school, so you know what I mean. But it was a actual school. But basically, all in all, it took them probably maybe like construction wise, they probably took them longer to get the contracts and you know what I mean, find the right people and get the private permission because they made it bigger. They made the school, you know what I mean? They expanded the school because it really was like it was a school, my school, and then it was like a separate building where they had I guess they had all the shit stored, that the computers and the chairs and all that shit. That was like a whole another little building they had. But all in all, bro, it took them probably like 2.5 years to build the school, like from the ground up. I'm talking about, you know what I mean, fresh, all renovated, all that 2.5 years, and it probably took them maybe like another 2.5 years just to break ground for real. You feel me? Once they demolished it and all that, probably took them like maybe like a year and a half, 2 years. Then they start building. Once they started building, they was on that bitch every day around like clockwork. And I mean, of course, that's the school, that's a project, with the city and all that. But still, though, the point I'm trying to make, if you got the money, man, people they gonna make it however you want. And we can see Dr. Umar had the money, so we ain't trying to hear none of that. He could have got some brothers, man. Shit, they'd have had that school looking like motherfucking, you know what I mean, something off the MTV crib or something. That bitch would have been looking too good. You know what I mean? Like a fucking charter school, a private school or somewhere. Bitch would have been looking like Yale or something. You feel what I'm saying? Princeton. I'm telling you, like, if he would have got the right people, and he probably wouldn't have had to pay that much. Like, you know what I mean? You can find the right people, bro, and you good. Like, you ain't really got spend break the bank to really get, man. Especially nowadays, like, it's so many people with their construction company. You can find like a little Lonsdale. You say Lonsdale, MH. Well, I think that's Maryland, but Lonsdale licensed, insured, and bonded. You good. And I'm sure they gonna have prior pictures and all that, or they work. Especially if you get somebody that was you reference to somebody, you know what I mean? They probably did somebody else work and they, you know what I mean, bring them to you. Gucci. I mean, Dr. Umar probably could have got that school renovated for at the most. And that wasn't a bigger school prize, you know what I mean? So he probably could have got that shit at the most, I'd say 80,000, 75, 80,000, talking for everything. New roof, new HVAC, you know what I mean? And that's probably just, the renovations. Now, of course, you probably gonna need, the desks and the shit. That's separate. You know what I mean? But just for renovations to make it look good, you know what I mean? To make it look like it's a school. Yeah, man, 70, 80,000. You know what I mean? Like, come on, Dr. Umar we got way more than that. Like, my fuckers was saying he got probably close to $500,000. I don't know if he got that much. He probably did. I wouldn't be surprised. But I know, I definitely say Dr. Umar got over $100,000. I know that for a fact. Why else I know it for a fact? It's not like counting his bread, but Dr. Umar, that's on the low end, 100K. Nigga probably got $250,000 or something. You feel me? And I ain't counting his money, but it's just the fact that, like, come on, man, I ain't donate neither. You feel what I'm saying? So this is just my opinion, but it's just like, come on, man, you got me keep trying to blow smoke up a nigga ass. You feel what I'm saying? Keep trying, sweet talk and finagle and finagle and, you know what I mean, maneuver through the bullshit. Like, no, we can see the bullshit, Dr. Umar. We got, you know what I mean, we got 4 eyes, baby, we can see. For real. So, we gonna hear what the fuck else you got to say.
Nothing. We would owe absolutely nothing. We would owe absolutely nothing. But I asked them, and they ignored my emails for 4 months. They ignored my phone calls for 4 months. They ignored our emails. The first time I hear from them since April. The first time I hear from them since contacting them April, asking them to apply our vacant property registration fee waiver to the past 4 years, so we owe absolutely nothing. They ignored me since April. They ignored me since April. No phone call, no email, nothing in the postal mail since April. And the first thing we find out, the first time we hear from them since April, is a letter on the front door of the school. Affixed with a rubber band and masking tape. A rubber band and masking tape. Brothers and sisters, giving us 20 days to pay these back taxes. We already paid $30,000 for water that we don't even use. We just paid $30,000 to the city of Wilmington for water that we don't even use. And now we got to pay another $30,000 for vacant property registration fees that we shouldn't even owe because we should have a waiver. We should have a waiver. We should have a waiver. And it gets worse, brothers and sisters. It gets worse because they are raising the vacant property registration fee. They are raising the vacant property registration fee this fall from $5,000 a year to $12,000.
Like, subscribe to the channel, y'all. Like, subscribe.
They are raising the vacant property registration fee this fall from $5,000 a year to $12,000 a year. Brothers and sisters, I want y'all to get ready for a protest. I want all FDMG donors and supporters to get ready for a protest. We may have to march on City Hall, brothers and sisters. We may have to march on City Hall because of the racism. I'm going to tell you what it is: racism. Discriminatory treatment. Why did we get no notification that y'all were going to sell our schools? Why did you not respond to any of our emails to retroactively apply our vacant property registration fee waiver? I knew they didn't want Dr. Umar in Wilmington. I didn't know it was this bad. I knew that the power structure, I'm not talking about the brothers and sisters in the community, they love us. Shout out to our Wilmington, Delaware family. Shout out to our Wilmington, Delaware family. They love Dr. Umar and FDMG. I'm talking about the power structure of Wilmington, Delaware. We knew they didn't want us in that city, but we didn't know they would go this far as to ignore us for 4 months and try to sit behind our backs. I didn't know they would go this far.
I do about funny as shit. He make it sound really good too, though. That like they just, yo, Dr. Umar funny as shit, yo. Yo, Dr. Umar hilarious. Yo, try to make it seem like they ain't give him no notice. Like they just, yeah, big fake race out to school. They ain't sent him no notice. He really know. Nah, come on, man. April, we're in what? August? So that's what? 4 months? May, June, July. Yeah, 3.5 months. Come on, Dr. Umar, you supposed to be on that. Especially if they talk about taking, they send you a notice. If he say you owe this, owe that. You know what I mean? You do this or go to court this day, file a complaint. I mean, file a hearing, whatever. Nah, I'm pretty sure they gave him a notice. But let him tell it. Gave him no notice. You feel what I'm saying? So, hey, but I say though, it's still his fault, man. Come on, man. You weren't supposed to let it get this far. And then you got people money involved and shit. Like, come on, man. Y'all, you just tapping in. Y'all just tapping in. Y'all, we looking at Dr. Umar, how he, if a nigga with the money, man, he scammed the school money. FDMG money, man. Now he talking about taking to school and shit because he owed back taxes and property, vacant property taxes and all this extra shit. And utility fees and all that. Like, come on, Dr. Umar, you gotta do better than that, man. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, man. Robbie TV, Lunchtime Talk. Well, it's really ain't lunchtime because it's past lunchtime, but I guess I'm gonna have to change that name. Then now I guess it can't be Lunchtime Talk no more because I don't do it during the day all the time. So I guess it'll be just Robbie TV. Yeah, baby, we live with it. You feel me? So yeah, y'all. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, man. Like, subscribe. Tapping in the Dr. Umar, see what this bluffing ass talking about.
Behind our backs. I didn't know they would go this far. To ignore us for 4 months and try to sell our schools that we've been working on for 6.5 years behind our backs.
6.5 years, though.
Sisters, this is what we
see, that's what I'm saying, though. Like, he just, like, 6.5 years, Dr. Umar. Come on. So you been talking about since 2019. Come on, Dr. Umar. That's too long, man. It's too long. It's too long, bro. 5 years at the most, and the shit should be done right now. Like, it should be done. Like, all right, 6 years back, he should be done. Or I'm talking about that bitch, big span, you can go on that bitch and lick the floor. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, like, are you waiting for probably a certificate of occupancy, or, you know, maybe a couple code violations or something. Maybe you need to put a little extra fire alarm here, a little fire extinguisher there, a little petty shit. But it ain't the way you're supposed to be still in the construction stage at 6 years, bro. Like, come on now. Even like, yeah, I forgot what investors and all that shit, they call that shit that'd be a flop. Like, investors and all, they would pull their money out with it. You know what I mean? Like, or just say, fuck it. We just blew that. Mean it was just a dead end project. We just, you know what I mean? But 6 years, come on, Dr. Umar. Like, there's no excuse for that, yo. Like, yo, geek it, man. Dr. Umar, tweak it, man. This nigga tweak it.
We're going to fight like hell to get our money from the bank. We're going to pay off this vacant property registration fee waiver. And we might still have a protest at City Hall because this is wrong, brothers and sisters. I have emailed the mayor. I have gotten no response. I have emailed the chief of staff. I have gotten no response. I have emailed the city council president. I have gotten no response. So, brothers and sisters, I'm going to meet with my team, and we're going to decide if we're going to go ahead and have this protest. And it ain't going to be one. We're going to do multiple protests. And we're going to invite our donors and supporters from across the state of Delaware, our donors and supporters across the United States, and our donors and supporters across the entire planet. We may have to march on Delaware to let them know that you don't treat black people like this. Because if I was white, I wouldn't have been treated like this. If we were Asian, we wouldn't have been treated like this. If we were Arab, we wouldn't have been treated like this. If we were Jewish, we wouldn't have been treated like this. But we were treated like this because we were black. How dare you ignore us for 4 months and then put a sign on our door without even telling us that you're going to sell our properties? Brothers and sisters, why didn't we receive a certified letter? Why didn't we receive a certified letter? Why didn't we receive an email? Why didn't we receive a phone call? Oh, we not going to quit. We not going to give in. The only thing left on the elementary school is to lay down the towel. We're going to lay down this towel, and we're going to apply for our certificate of occupancy. We're going to lay down this towel, and we're going to apply for our certificate of occupancy. We're going to lay down this towel, and we're going to apply for our certificate of occupancy. And if we have trouble getting our inspection and certificate of occupancy, we will have to march. We will have to march. We might march anyway, brothers and sisters. We're not giving up. We're not giving up, brothers and sisters. We're not giving up. We need y'all to call the mayor of Wilmington, Delaware. We need y'all to call the mayor's chief of staff in Wilmington, Delaware. We need y'all to call the city council president of Wilmington, Delaware. We need y'all to call the commissioner of license and inspections of Wilmington, Delaware. We need y'all to call the vacant property office of Wilmington, Delaware, and demand
Man, fuck out of here, Dr. Umar. Bluffing, man. On that bluffing ass shit, Dr. Umar. You might call him that. You supposed to call them. Why the hell you ain't calling? You know what I mean? You supposed to call them. They sending you a notice saying you owe this and owe that. We about to anytime I fucking say they about to take something from you. You know what I mean? You like, oh, that's a red flag, like eviction notice, or you know what I mean, a motherfucking repo notice, anything that say they about to take from you. Like, oh, you gotta be on that, man. A motherfucking a bitch want, you know what I mean? Might be trying to take your freedom. Anything you gotta be on that. Like, you gotta make sure they like you. Anything they say they trying to take something from you, you supposed to be on that, man. Ain't no ifs ands or buts about that. You supposed to be calling on it, emailing, all that. You know what I mean? Shit, faxing, whatever you need to do. But yeah, ain't no motherfucking excuse, Dr. Umar. Come on, man. All that motherfucking money he got. All that money Dr. Umar got, yo. And I wasn't donating because I already knew I don't do the donating shit. I'm sorry, I work too hard for my money. I support you. You know what I mean? I would even maybe pay for one of your shows to see a lecture or something. Maybe if you had a good lecture or something, maybe $20, $30 something, I might have paid to maybe see that something. You know what I mean? Watch you talk your shit for an hour or whatever. But no, I ain't donating to nothing that ain't I need some proof already. I need to see that you built something already. You feel what I'm saying? Like, or unless we in this, like, I'm the investor and I know that you serious and we got our money tied together. But me just giving you money and I don't really know what you know what I mean? You ain't got no proof that you done built something or did this and did that. I don't know, man. I can't do it. You know what I mean? But yeah, we gonna see. Let's see what this. Oh, damn, this nigga lent the honor and off for 5 hours, goddamn. So I was trying to see. The city is trying to auction off. I was trying to see if they had anything recent on it, but nah, I don't think. Let me see. Dr. Umar done pocket watching with GT. Niggas be crazy. I don't know. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, we've been on Dr. Umar for 30 minutes. Man, let's get off his ass. We know Dr. Umar scamming. Dr. Umar scamming, man. They done shut down the PayPal. They done shut down the Cash App. Yeah, baby. They about to shut down the building of the school. Dr. Umar about to be barbecue chicken out here, man. He about to be done. He done. He barbecued, man. So, yeah, Dr. Umar. He had a good run, though. I give it to Dr. Umar. Dr. Umar had a good run. And I still, you know what I mean? I still, you know, will watch some of his interviews and shit like that. You know, just when he talking about black people and, you know, I like how he articulate, you know, and some like say some of the shit he's saying be factual. So Dr. Umar definitely, you know, he's a good speaker and he speaks the truth, you know, sometimes. So I give him that, but no, nigga, you ain't no motherfucking accountant. You a psychologist. You ain't no motherfucking no money manager. You know what I mean? No property manager, nothing like that. I ain't giving you my motherfucking money. But we gonna see what Trump talk about. Cause I know he say Trump just fucking he say DC Matt Browser changes her tone on Trump as crackdown rant. Oh, alright, we gonna have. So, you know, they say Trump just motherfucking, you know, deployed the National Guard. They say Trump to seek long-term extensions of D.C. police takeover. Damn. They say biggest Obama in jail, shocking arrest. Damn. So, let's see. We're going to talk about Trump. We want to see. I know he brought the National Guard. Let me see. National Guard. Let me see. Recent? Let me see. It's 80. That's it.
Right now, 5:30, new video coming in overnight showing FBI and DEA agents on patrol in Georgetown. There are just some of the hundreds of federal law enforcement officers that have been positioned in D.C. in response to President Trump's crime crackdown. Thanks for being with us this Wednesday morning. I'm Adriana Hopkins.
And I'm Melanie Hastings in for Adam Longo. A White House official says since the federal takeover of D.C. police on Monday, the 60 arrests have been made so far.
Well, that includes arrests for murder, drugs, gun gun offenses, stalking, DUI, and others.
Damn.
And hundreds of members of the National Guard are also deploying to D.C. This is video of some troops near the Washington Monument last night. Their mission is to support local and federal officers as President Trump takes aim at what he calls out-of-control crime in D.C.
Well, 7 News' John Gonzalez is live at the D.C. Armory, where about 100 National Guardsmen filled out the necessary paperwork ahead of their local mission.
That's right, Adriana. Good morning. And staffers here at the D.C. Armory tell me that they are expecting very long days with a lot of overtime, similar to what they saw back in 2021 when the J6 Capitol breach happened. More than 25,000 D.C. National Guard soldiers were activated to secure the Capitol. Well, this time around, 800 of these soldiers have been deployed here locally, and many of them started arriving yesterday while our cameras were rolling. The Guard and federal agents are part of this rare mobilization, and Mayor Muriel Bowser says she wants to make the most of it. She sat down Tuesday with U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi, who's now leading this public safety effort here in the district.
There are opportunities for us to build upon our community engagement with our federal partners who work with us every day, and this is the time for us to do it.
What I'm focused on is the federal surge and how to make the most of the additional officer support that we have.
Now, Pam Bondi did not go on camera yesterday, but did say in a statement that she found the meeting to be productive and pledging close collaboration with D.C. officials. However, there's already plenty of opposition. The group Move On says more than 29,000 people, residents here in the district, have already signed a petition calling on Congress to stop what they call a militarized takeover here in the nation's capital. Reporting live, John Gonzalez, 7 News.
Now, we've been telling you crime is down in D.C., specifically violent crime, which is down 26% compared to the same time last year. But for many, crime is still top of mind. U.S. Attorney for D.C., Jeanine Pirro, is pushing back on the reports that crime is down. She references data showing 23 teenagers were shot and killed in D.C. last year, and 16 have been shot and killed this year.
You tell these families crime has dropped. You tell the mother of the intern who was shot going out from McDonald's near the Washington Convention Center, oh, crime is down. You tell the kid who was just beat the hell and back with a severe concussion and a broken nose, crime is down. No, that falls on deaf ears. And my ears are deaf to that.
Well, Pirro argues D.C. still has a high violent crime rate, even if it's declined from record highs. She blames so-called soft on-crime policies like no cash bail, youth rehabilitation and probation programs, record sealing, and family court programs. Advocates for juvenile intervention argue there needs to be more of a focus on why kids commit crimes than on their punishment. Of course, stay with 7 News as we continue to follow the federal takeover of D.C. police and the deployment of the National Guard.
About time. I like how she said that. You hear what she said?
Works and probation
Let's say what she said again.
Record sealing and family court programs. Advocates for juvenile intervention argue there needs to be more of a focus on why kids commit crimes than on their punishment. Of course, stay with 7 News as we continue to follow.
I'm glad somebody did say that. They said a youth advocate. So that means somebody advocating for the youth, saying, you know, that it need to be punishment, of course, because I mean you ain't gonna learn if you don't go through it. So anything, you ride a bike, you fall, get back up. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's in life you need consequences to learn. But I do feel like it need to be an alternative way too, instead of just trying to lock them up. I feel like that in Baltimore too. You feel what I'm saying? Crime is down in Baltimore too. Shootings is down. And fatal shootings and non-fatal shootings is down. You feel what I'm saying? And then DC too. Now, like I said, they may be still seeing, a ticking, armed robberies, assaults, being carjacked and shit like that. So that's probably the way they saying the positive more of the crime aspect happening now and shit like that. And that's still crime. Robberies and shit. But yeah, it's the fact that I ain't gonna lie to you. I wouldn't want to see the National Guard in my motherfucking city. I ain't gonna lie. I'm riding down the street, see a big ass armored tank or something. I wouldn't want to see it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I wouldn't. And I'm glad that, you know, Trump don't have the power to just do that. Because he probably would have been did it for Baltimore. Like you said, he already called Baltimore a dump. And we gonna get to what he said, what he called. He been coming at, yo, Trump been coming at Baltimore. Matter of fact, we ready to look that up. Look that up real quick. All this negative shit Trump said about Baltimore. Let me, hold on. Trump talks bad about Baltimore, Maryland. And he said some shit about Baltimore too, like a couple years ago. Oh, right here, go right here too. Our governor said he won't authorize troops in Maryland, which I agree. I don't think we need no fucking army troops in Maryland. I don't think we got shit. There's enough police already for what I see. Shit, I don't need no motherfucking troops. Our mayor, SNAP ED program shutting down. Damn. Yeah, Trump came for this was his term.
His rally in
first
Cincinnati,
term.
Ohio last night, President Trump
This was
took
Trump
another
first.
shot.
This was Trump's first term.
The homicide rate in Baltimore is significantly higher than El Salvador, Honduras, Guatemala. I believe it's higher than. Give me a place that you think is pretty bad. Give me a place. The guy says Afghanistan. I believe it's higher than Afghanistan.
Well, several protesters, you see there, interrupted the president last night. Security eventually removed them from the event.
And Trump, I know that Trump called Baltimore a rat-infested shithole, didn't he? Donald Trump calls Baltimore a rat-infested hole.
There was angry reaction in Baltimore to the president's
This is Trump's
attack.
first
Jeff
time.
Hayes has that, along with a fact check.
Baltimore barber Sherrod Williams says the president's words sting, but the city's residents have thick skins.
It's not going to affect people here. If anything, these people have been through so much, you know, and they know what they're up against.
No one here denies that Charm City has had tough times. Since 2014, there have been more than 4,300 shootings in Congressman Elijah Cummings' district, the third highest in the nation. But far from being a place no human being would want to live, as the president said, the district ranks in the 61st percentile on median household income and has the second highest median income among districts that are at least half black. Do you think those tweets were racist?
Yes. He attacked Detroit. He attacked Chicago.
Wait, that's a young mascot.
These are cities that are known for the
This before you became the president.
After Mr. Trump called Baltimore a disgusting rat rodent-infested mess, the Baltimore Sun's editorial page.
Damn, see, that's what he said. That's a young man right there. That's when he was city council.
Known for the African Americans.
After Mr. Trump called
Let's see what he
Baltimore a
said.
disgusting rat rodent.
That's when he came for Elijah Cummings. As proven last week during a congressional tour, the border is clean, efficient, and run well, just very crowded. Cummings district is a disgusting rat and rodent-infested mess. If he spent more time in Baltimore, maybe he could clean up this very dangerous and filthy place. Damn. Yeah, Trump, he came for Baltimore.
Infested mess. The Baltimore Sun's editorial
Trump always coming for Baltimore.
It's better to have some vermin living in your neighborhood than to be one. Andrew Green is the paper's editorial editor. Listen, you called him a rat.
Well, that's true. He's called a lot of people a lot of things. You know, it's not something we take lightly.
The Baltimore area's biggest names in sports business and theater have been coming to the city's defense. Baltimore's own John Waters, famous for the film Hairspray, dared President Trump to, quote, see if you have the nerve to say it in person. Nora.
All right, Jeff Pegues there in Baltimore. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Trump big coming for Baltimore, man. Yeah, Trump big coming for Baltimore. Yeah, Trump big coming for Baltimore, man. Yeah, man, Trump be doing some bullshit. Baltimore, we do got a lot of rats, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. So, he that big. But, shit, we ain't got more rats in his fucking city, though, than New York. New York got probably the most rats, and it's probably some of the biggest rats. Shit. But where we was at now, I know we said Trump. I know we said, we went through Trump. We just did, what else do you see what's up with this nigga Gilly and Cam Newton? Fuck going on with Gilly and Cam Newton, man. Cam Newton goes off on Gilly after the jab, after the Hurts jab. Fuck going on with Gilly, man. See what they talking about. I don't know what the fuck they got. They say Cam Newton just violated Gilly and the league here during the back and forth beef.
Cam ain't never had one of these.
Yeah, I just saying that it was just Gilly's birthday.
I ain't going back and forth with you, nigga.
Yeah, Gilly's birthday just passed, and this what he.
Appreciate you, gentlemen. Love you, Nick. Love you, Nick. Appreciate you, gentlemen. Cam Newton never had one of these.
They had to diss Cam Newton at his birthday party.
I said, Cam Newton never got one of these.
Okay, so that was the video Gilly the Kid uploaded a few days ago during his beef with Cam Newton, and the tweet on the video from Johnny Manziel is what the former Browns QB posted in support of Cam. So this beef has been going back and forth for weeks now, ever since Cam Newton left Jalen Hurts off his top 10 NFL QBs list for 2025, and Gilly, being a Philly fan, took exception. Anyways, Cam Newton on his podcast had one last message for Gilly that had the entire internet buzzing, and I gotta commend Cam and his team with the editing because this was top notch. That said, here's that clip.
Cam ain't never had one of these. Thank you, gentlemen. Love you, Nick.
Gilly, you don't have one either, bud. Happy belated birthday, by the way. But you had a little bit too much to drink because you once again said my name. Sipping and started tripping. I told you, I have twist, and I must not resist the twist again. I have some truth to expose.
I ain't gonna lie though. Keep it honest with you though. Be honest with you. I ain't gonna lie to you. I fuck with Cam Newton. I fucked with Cam Newton when he was in the league. I ain't gonna lie. Cam Newton was that guy. I can't even lie. Yo, I fuck with Cam Newton. Cam Newton, he dressed a little weird. I ain't gonna lie. Cam Newton be dressing like fuck you got going on, Cam. But I like, and I think me personally, I think Cam Newton is a good guy generally. I think, like, just honestly, I think Cam Newton is a good guy, and I fuck with Gilly too. Gilly sometimes be sketchy a little bit. I don't be liking how Gilly be. I think Gilly let the money get to his head sometimes. But I fuck with Gilly too. You know what I mean? Gilly, my guy. Gilly be, you know what I mean? I've been following Gilly for a long time. Before Wallow even came in the picture and all. Like, I know, you know what I mean? Before I even knew who Wallow was. Back in like 2017, 2016, I was watching Gilly shit. So yeah, I know, yeah, but I've been fucking with Gilly for a minute. But Cam, I fuck with Cam too. Cam, cool. I like Cam. I don't really watch his podcast that much, but I like Cam, though. I like him as a person. You know what I mean? But let's see what the fuck they had. I don't even know how the fuck they... Oh, so I guess they started beefing because Cam Newton left Jalen Hurts off his top 10 QBs, which I mean... I think, but they just won the championship. And Jalen Hurts, Shorty is a good quarterback. I like Jalen Hurts. Shorty looking like he might be the new Pat Mahomes. I ain't gonna lie, Pat Mahomes might be on the back burner. Yeah, babe, but Cam Newton might be. But I mean, not Jalen Hurts, but we already know Lamar Jackson. This is Lamar Jackson lead. Lamar Jackson, man, you already know Ravens Nation, Baltimore all day. But yeah, I like Cam Newton, man. I fought when he was in the league too. Cam Newton, if he didn't get all them injuries, Cam Newton could have. If he'd have got the Super Bowl with the Panthers, or even took him to the championship. I think he did. He go to the Super Bowl. I think Cam Newton did he. I think he went to the Super Bowl. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to do my homework. You know what I mean? But yeah, I fuck with Cam Newton. Cam Newton was that guy when he came out. Cam Newton was that guy when he came on. I ain't gonna lie to you. Everybody was Cam Newton had that hype like how Lamar Jackson did. Like Cam Newton was big, he could run, and Cam Newton had an arm on him too. And he was bowling niggas over. Cam Newton a big nigga. Cam Newton like 6'6", 6'5", nigga like 240. Cam Newton a big boy. So yeah, but let's see what the fuck they got to say.
Not only a failing artist, he also doing this.
Bro.
I never knew that was Gilly.
Gilly, you're looking silly.
Slow down, bro. Slow down. Can we remove Jalen from this conversation?
Have a great season, Jay.
Thank you, bro.
Hold on, let me. I gotta pause it real quick, yo.
What in the absolute?
Yeah, what the hell was that? I never knew that was Gilly in that.
What's like that?
It's giving majorette. Gilly, I respect what you got going on, but what do you really got going on? What are you really good at? He's good at dancing. Stop. Don't allow that Gilly goes. Come on, punch.
Oh, what's up? Gilly.
Gilly did have a lot of suspect moments back in the day, yo.
Keep having another man in your mouth. And that's skeptical too. Thank you, Jalen. Thank you, Nick. Thank you. What I will do for you, Gilly, and this is my last time giving this any type of energy.
Hold on, we gotta go back, yo. Hold on.
Let's see. Say my name.
I never knew that was Gilly that was doing all that.
I told you I twist and I must not resent. Bro,
Hold up.
I have some truth to expose. Our good friend Gilly is not only a failing artist, he also doing this.
What the fuck? That was Gilly, yo? Hold up. The fuck got Gilly going on? Hold on, yo. I never knew this was Gilly, yo. Hold up, yo. Let me go back. The fuck Gilly got going on?
I have some truth to expose. Our good friend Gilly is not only a failing artist, he also doing this.
Bro.
The fuck?
Gilly,
you're looking silly.
slow down,
Bro.
Slow down. Can we remove Jalen from this conversation?
Have a great season, Jay.
Thank you, bro. I'm rooting for you. Back to back, please. Gilly, what in the absolute world?
Yeah, what's that? Yeah, I don't know what that was.
What is that? What's like that?
It's giving majorette. Gilly, I respect what you got going on, but what do you really got going on? What are you really good at? He's good at dancing. Stop. Don't allow that Gilly goes. Come on, punch.
Oh, I'm rebuking the Gilly goes.
Gilly, we're stringing this out way too long. You keep having another man in your mouth. And that's skeptical too. Thank you, Jalen. Thank you, Nick. Thank you. What I will do for you, Gilly, and this is my last time giving this any type of energy, let's start a petition to get Gilly a ring. Because guess what? Mascots get rings too. And if you don't get a ring, Gilly, come stand by me, because that makes two of us not having a ring. Okay? Bozo? No. Cam, call him by his name. What's his name? Nazir Fard? Fard?
That's Gilly's real name?
Who fart? Stick to talking in mics, not rapping in mics. You're not good at that. You're really good at entertaining people and bringing people together, similar to a mascot.
Okay, so just to clarify, that was not really Gilly the Kid twerking on that ludicrous music video back from 2001. That all came from when Sierra was on Gilly and Wallow's pod, and she brought up that in a joking manner. It was pretty funny.
Well, he'll be out there saying, wave him on. The boy,
I wasn't doing the butterfly.
Yes, you was. And you had one leg in there, all that, right?
No, I wasn't.
He was out there like you wasn't that ludicrous video.
Is that really Gilly, yo?
That was him, though. He was doing that. I was like, because he witnessed, you know what happened? I remember back when we went down, he said, I was in the club and
Okay, so nonetheless, that clip from Cam was hella funny, especially at the beginning when Cam posted a baby Schmeagol from Lord of the Rings and all that trolling, calling him a mascot. Anyways, what did y'all think of Cam Newton's response to Gilly? Honestly, I don't see Gilly dropping this beef and expect an immediate response.
That's crazy. Them niggas geek it bad. Yeah, them niggas geek it bad. I was wondering why the fuck they was. It's 5 days ago, Clash of Sun. Oh, yeah. Let me see these things.
You interviewed a nigga on your platform who ain't nobody, and he got on there and talked about Deion Sanders, Beyonce, Jay-Z, a bunch of. Come on, man. You say I'm a nobody. You got the nerve to have a mouth like you a nigga to put a hump in your book. Man, please. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I know it's still a void there. And I'm finna tell you some real shit, Gilly. You know why you don't like me? Because I came from the bottom up out the mud, and you had cash money that kept you in the dark, in the closet. Now they say you can write with good lyrics, and I would say to myself, what use is a candle if you keep them lit but put it in the closet? You was a lit candle, Gilly, and Baby and Birdman, they'll put your ass in the closet, and you lit up the closet where Wayne can come in there and get them raps. You couldn't deliver them rap like Wayne could. Now look at you. You on the podcast buffoonery. Silly boy, you very silly. You gimmicky. $1 million worth of game ain't gave nobody no game. Everybody y'all talked to did the opposite of what y'all did. Ain't nobody received y'all game. King Von, Lil Durk, Young Thug, Cody, ain't nobody soaking up y'all game. But celebrity, yeah, I still remember that look on your face, boy, when you came to the internet. Boy, I remember how them tears look rolling down your face with no hair on it. Yeah, I remember that. I'm talking about, I remember that, I remember. But you know what I know? What's bothering you? You got a pain that won't go away. Oh, man, they say there ain't nothing like a parent who have to bury a child. They say it's nothing like that pain. I ain't got that pain. You wake up with a pain, I never.
Yeah, that's when you'll start dissing the sun and shit.
Well, I was raised on the east side of LA during the cracking.
This when they fucking nigga Gillian. They'll start dissing the sun and shit. I don't know why niggas is dissing Gilly's son. Oh yeah, let's see about these. I've been hearing, I just heard it flooded in Milwaukee or something. What's up with all these floods been going on, yo? Let's talk about this. Let me see. Flood. I think it was in Milwaukee. Shit was just recent, right? The fuck is all this flooding going on, yo? God damn.
This is crazy. And then I had to jump out of the window and then swim the rest of the way through. I was very scared, very nervous. I was like, but I had to get out.
Tonight, flooded streets, collapsed roads, drivers trapped in the rising water. Historic flooding overwhelming our area overnight, pushing Milwaukee County into a state of emergency.
Damn.
Good evening. Thanks for looking in. I'm Bill Walsh.
And I'm Natalie Shepard. It's flooding that forecasters say only happens once every 500 years. The first domino to fall, chaos at Wisconsin State Fair Park last night. Fairgoers trudged through floodwater, many stayed in the parking lot for more than an hour. And today, organizers were forced to cancel the fair's last day.
And that chaos spilled onto the interstate. This, the scene just outside American Family Field this morning. Cars left behind until waters recede. Their owners forced to leave them behind as rescue crews pulled those drivers to safety.
Scenes just like that one playing out all across our hometowns. Rivers swelled, breaking the banks. More than 20,000 people are still without power this evening. Others in our area dealing with flooded basements and water damage.
So we've got a lot to get to. Our team tracking impacts.
God damn, yo, what's up with all these flooding, yo? All this shit we just flooded like the whole half of the United States.
Right, so let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Drew Burgoyne. Not news anyone wants to hear, Drew.
No, and thankfully this afternoon we had a lot of dry time, but a new record, an all-time record, could have been set out of this event. The 24-hour record total for the state was 11.72 inches. That was back in 1946. There was a MMSD sensor on the northwest side of Milwaukee that recorded 14.50 inches of rain. They will have to confirm that, but there's a good chance that a new all-time record was set. Many areas across southeastern Wisconsin picked up 5 to 10 inches of rainfall. We still have that flood warning for Ozaukee, Milwaukee, Waukesha, in Washington counties. That goes until 7 o'clock. Everyone else remains under a flood watch. The question is, when will we see some storms? They are developing throughout portions of Iowa, and they will be tracking into our area probably closer to 10 o'clock. So still plenty of dry time this evening, not much going on. If anything, it would be isolated. But once we start to get to 10, 11, about midnight or so, some rain and some storms will be possible. Nothing like last night. We're not going to be dealing with training thunderstorms. This would be less than an inch.
That's crazy, yo.
It won't take much, obviously, to cause more issues. And it looks like we will be quieting down, at least over the next 24 hours. We'll walk you.
That's crazy, man. It's been flooding in North Carolina. I just seen flooding in New Mexico. I seen flooding in Texas. It flooded in what? Like it's been flooding, yo. I think that was what, Pennsylvania, isn't it? Like historically flood, like flooding we ain't never even seen before. Like the flooding in West Virginia, I seen. I don't know, they ripping across like the whole Midwest and East Coast. Like, I don't know what they got going on, man. Shit crazy. So yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie. I'm about to tap out. It's been a lot. Like it's a slow day today, but make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, man. We're gonna be back, going live, doing our thing for real. So make sure y'all like, subscribe, tap, man. Check out my other videos that I got. And yeah, man, Robbie TV, Shake Back Kid. See y'all tomorrow, man. We going live tomorrow. We had some other topics to see what we talking about for real. Oh yeah, I just seen that the Ravens, we can talk about that. The Ravens just we're gonna say that for tomorrow, but the Ravens just declined a $500 million deal from Elon Musk. Man, so shout out to the Ravens, man. You know what I mean? Our souls ain't for sale. You feel what I'm saying? Like, oh, Elon Musk think he can just, cause he a fucking multi-billionaire. He say he can spend $1,000, $500,000 a day and still don't go broke until fucking 50, 100 years. Like, he's got too much money, bro. All them niggas, him, Bill Gates, Elon Musk. Anybody that just got, like, too much money, 100 billion, 50 billion, 200 billion, 300 billion, like, it's just too much, bro. Just too much money, they don't even know what to do. So the money ain't the problem no more. Now they just want control. You feel what I'm saying? They got control, but I'm talking about literally control, so. But we'll touch on that tomorrow, man. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, Robbie TV. We out.